The Cathedral of the Holy Cross and Saint Eulalia, also known as Barcelona Cathedral, is the Gothic cathedral and seat of the Archbishop of Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. The cathedral was constructed from the 13th to 15th centuries, with the principal work done in the 14th century. The cloister, which encloses the Well of the Geese, Font de l'Aux, was completed in 1448. In the late 19th century, the neo-Gothic facade was constructed over the nondescript exterior that was common to Catalan churches. Its form is pseudo-basilica, vaulted over 5 aisles, the outer 2 divided into chapels. The transept is truncated. The east end is a cavese of 9 radiating chapels connected by an ambulatory. The high altar is raised, allowing a clear view into the crypt. The cathedral is dedicated to Eulalia of Barcelona, co-patron saint of Barcelona, a young virgin who, according to Catholic tradition, suffered martyrdom during Roman times in the city. One story says that she was exposed naked in the public square and a miraculous snowfall in mid-spring covered her nudity. The enraged Romans put her into a barrel with knives stuck into it and rolled it down a street, according to tradition, the one now called Baixada de Santa Eulalia. The body of Saint Eulalia is entombed in the cathedral's crypt. The choir stalls retain the coats of arms of the Knights of the Order of the Golden Fleece. In his first trip into Spain, Charles, the future Holy Roman Emperor, selected Barcelona as the site of a chapter of his order. The king had arrived for his investiture as Count of Barcelona, and the city, as a Mediterranean port, offered the closest communication with other far-flung Habsburg dominions, while the large proportions of the cathedral would accommodate required grand ceremonies. In 1518 the order's herald, Thomas Isaac, and its treasurer, Jean Michault, were commissioned to prepare the sanctuary for the first sitting of the chapter in 1519. Juan de Borgoña executed the painted decoration of the sanctuary. The church was named after Barcelona's patron Saint Eulalia. Its official name, Catedral de la Santa Creu I Santa Eulalia, is Catalan for Cathedral of the Holy Cross and Saint Eulalia. The commonly used name La Seu refers to the status of the church as the seat of the diocese. The side chapel of the Holy Sacrament and of the Holy Christ of Lepanto contains a cross said to date from the time of the Battle of Lepanto, 1571. In addition to Saints Eulalia and Oligarius, the cathedral contains the tombs of Saint Raymond of Peñafort, Count Ramon Berenguer I and his third wife Almodis de la Marche, and Bishops Berenguer de Palutu, Salvador Casanas y Pages, and Arnaud de Gerbe, who is buried in the chapel of Santa Lucia, which he had constructed. The cathedral has a secluded Gothic cloister where 13 white geese are kept, the number explained by the assertion that Eulalia was 13 when she was martyred. Parts of an early Christian and Visigothic episcopal complex including the Baptistery, 4th century, a basilical hall, 5th century, a cross-shaped church, 6th-7th century, and Bishop's Palace, 6th-7th century, are displayed in Barcelona City History Museum Archaeological Underground. Reportedly, this Visigothic chapel was dedicated to Saint James, and was the proprietary church of the Viscounts of Barcelona. However, in a document from the Second Council of Barcelona in 599, it states that the cathedral was dedicated to the Holy Cross. This church was severely damaged by Almanzor, during his attack on Barcelona in 985. In 1046, Count Ramon Berenguer I and his wife Almodis, together with Bishop Guy Laborde, began construction of a Romanesque cathedral at the site. It was consecrated in November 1058. The cathedral was constructed over the crypt of the former church. It has been reported that a Viscount of Barcelona, Mir Geribert, sold the site to Bishop Guy Laborde in 1058, though however, this date does not coincide with the reported start of construction. The present Gothic cathedral was begun on the foundations of the previous churches on May 1, 1298, James II the Just was King of Aragon at the time, and Bernat Pellegri was Bishop of Barcelona. The church was built from the east end towards the west end, with a simple west facade completed in 1417. The cloister was completed in 1448, making the total duration of construction 150 years. In the late 19th century, Miguel Girona y Agrafil offered to complete the neo-Gothic facade and central tower as inspired by the original 15th century design prepared by Master Carli and rearranged and drawn by the architect Josep Mestres. This work was completed in 1913 by Girona's children.